Are you ready for tomorrow's full moon? Have you really looked at the things in your life that you need to wrap up, finish up, bring an end to? And it's also not just physical things and people and all that kind of stuff, not just projects in our life, but it's also a mindset. If you've been one of those people that have had a hard time with a negative mindset, it's a time to bring an end to that. And start focusing every day on something positive. Don't look at what you don't have. Don't look at where you're not. Look at where you're going. Look at what you can do right here, right now. Look at what you want to build. How are you going to build that? Because when we start focusing all of our energy on finding the solutions, those problems kind of correct themselves, don't they? Yeah, they have no choice because we are finding solutions and we're implementing those solutions. But when we get stuck in that mindset of can't, won't ever be, then it will never be and we won't ever. You weren't born to struggle this much, right? There's a time to put an end to your own struggles. And a lot of it is getting out of your own way. Yes, I said what I said. Get out of your own way. You are the only one blocking you from your own greatness. That's it. You are the problem. Get out of your way. And I know some of you are in some very terrible situations. You're in a financially terrible situation. You feel like you're dependent on someone else, or you really are dependent on someone else financially. There are solutions. You may not like all of those solutions. Some of them may make you very uncomfortable and take you out of the life that you're used to. But sometimes you got to get uncomfortable to get to where you want to be. Remember, that moment of being uncomfortable is going to be temporary. Is it going to suck? Probably. I'm not going to lie to you. I've had several moments in my life where I had to give up certain things, certain ways of living, and get really uncomfortable for a moment so that I could build something brand new, so I could get out of a toxic relationship or just something that just wasn't helping me grow. I had to get uncomfortable so that I could find my rightful place, where I was supposed to be, where I felt more like I was growing and I was evolving and moving forward instead of just being stuck. That feeling of being stuck is probably one of the worst. It is a terrible feeling. And we don't need to go back to that. And if you're in that, there are ways to get out of it. Those ways aren't always glamorous and wonderful and great. Like I said, you may have to deal with some temporarily uncomfortable situations where you're out of your comfort zone, where you feel like your fears are going to push the struggle even more. Fear of how will I make it? How will I feed myself? How will I get by? How will I do this? How will I do that? Please look for the solutions and get yourself to a better place. You deserve it. You don't deserve what you have in the moment. You don't deserve to suffer any longer. Do what you got to do, because I'm telling you, once you get out of that situation, you're going to see how life will definitely open up. Yeah, it will, I promise. Wow, I mean, I've been married a time or two. Maybe a few more. Every single time, I never fought over material things. Money, the house, the furniture even. Every time. And some of those houses, they were in my name. I owned them. I let them go. You can have the house. You can have the better car. You can have the furniture. You can have the dishes. I took myself, my clothes, my kids, and their clothes, and that was it. Yeah. And boy, I was uncomfortable. Sometimes we had to sit in the floor for a little bit. stare at the walls instead of the TV for a little bit. But I got it all back, and then some, every single time. Because the battle wasn't about the material things. It was all about me getting to a place where I could grow. Or get myself out of a place where I was being held back or held down, abused, treated in a way that I didn't deserve. So don't worry and don't let fear keep you from getting out of that situation. If you look for those solutions, you're going to find them, I promise. You just have to not be afraid to take those. They're only temporary. You're going to get to a better place. You just have to not give up. Have a great day, everyone, and remember, you have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. Yes, you do. Get outside, touch the earth, cleanse your space, do your meditations. And remember that this way, the wolf, the raven, and the spirit, we're sending you unconditional love. Mwah.